An ABC News contributor and former Secret Service agent Don Mihalek. Don, thank you for joining me again. A key moment in this manhunt came after a witness described a gun with a distinctive characteristic. Have investigators said how that detail may have helped lead investigators to this person of interest who is now detained?
No, they haven't said anything. The only thing that the investigators have said is they received a tip and they followed up on a tip which led them to the suspect at the hotel. But if there was something distinguishing or identifying about a firearm, it's pretty easy for law enforcement then to go back and sort of track or find that type of firearm, search through records, firearm sales records to determine where that firearm was potentially sold from and who potentially bought that firearm, and then follow the trail after that to get to the individual.
Now, we heard officials say earlier that they prepare regularly for these kinds of incidents, but is there really any security measure that can be put in place to stop someone from walking into a lecture hall and shoot people?
Well, unfortunately, there's an attack on our schools, and we are covering this on the 13th commemoration of the Sandy Hook shooting, which was in the neighboring state of Connecticut. In reality, it's about overlapping systems of protection and security in schools these days, and using every possible type of security measure you can think of, whether it's access control, visual surveillance, camera surveillance, metal detectors if necessary, in order to provide that level of security. But in this case, it sounds like the main point of failure was a lack of access control, because the Brown University had a key card system to get into the buildings, but that key card system was disabled in order to have this study hall situation that was reported, which allowed anybody to have access to the building. So if you relinquish access control of your premises, then you basically give up that barrier to a problem coming into your school.
Now, Don, we've heard from people throughout the day about how tight the Providence community is. What is the lasting mental health impacts of these types of mass shootings, and how does the trauma impact communities?
I think in every community that's had a mass shooting, or especially a shooting on a school, again, neighboring Sandy Hook, they're still reverberating from that type of an attack. It's something that people have to live with, not only the victims and those involved, but the surrounding community from the moment it happens to the rest of their lives. And that loses that sense of safety that people generally have in that community, which takes years to get back. It's a sad state of affairs, what's going on with the attacks on schools. And we can only hope that the people in Providence can be as resilient as other communities have to recover from this tragedy.
Don Mihalek, thank you again.